the storm with your heart. Play the storm with your heart.
And one time.
Next game on the docket. Let's see here.
Let's go Texans and Browns.
Yeah, let's go Texans
Because I
and
was
Browns.
completely wrong about that game. Good grief.
Let me
I
tell you a
thought that-
stat. Let me tell you a stat real quick. So JJ Watt on Twitter, I didn't know this. At home, the Browns are number one in defense. On the road,
Okay.
they're 32nd. That don't sound. I know, right? I'm like, wait a minute. Are you? I'm thinking to myself, and then I remembered. I was like, oh yeah, they did go to the Colts, and that defense did allow like 40 points. And I'm thinking like, I think another game they did allow a lot of. I'm like, you know what? That might be true. That might be true. So when they went to the Texans and they gave up all them points, and I'm like, yo, what is going on? I don't know. That don't sound right. But
I'm about to look it up.
But when I remember, I do remember the Colts game and the fact that Gardner Minshew was carving them up. And I'm like, all right, maybe that could be true. But yeah, man, like that game, I'll let you go first. I just wanted to give you that stat though. Matter of fact, since you're
I'm looking at the home and away splits, and like on the road they just allowed 45 to the Texans. They allowed 31 against the Bengals, but starters was resting, so I'm not going to fault them for that. Against the Rams they allowed 36. Against the Broncos they allowed 29. Against the Ravens 31. They somehow won that game. Seahawks put up 24. Colts put up 38. And let's see. Steelers put up 26.
Hey man.
Chiefs put up. Oh, that was preseason. So yeah. So I mean, yeah. That stat may have some merit, man. But for as far as the game go, man, C.J. Stroud. I knew he was gonna be good. I didn't think he was gonna be this good. Like he's doing stuff that 3-year vets aren't even doing yet, and it is crazy to see. He is like EJ Speed, and I believe I forgot the other linebacker's name. They were doing a podcast, and they were saying he's doing things with his shoulder, he's fooling defense with his eyes, he's doing all type of stuff. He said whoever his trainer is, they need to slow down because he's skipping years. And I was like, yeah, man, that's what it looks like. Like he's so polished, for him being so young and so polished, and going against the Ohio State QB accusations. This is exactly what the league needed. This is the type of guy that when you give him a full, complete roster, he's going to win a championship. He's going to. I can 1,000% see C.J. Stroud winning the Texans and ring. Look what he's done with just Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz, Noah Brown, rookie Tank Dell, his running backs, Devin Singletary. Like, come on now. This dude is playing at an elite level. He making all the right throws. That throw he made to Nico Collins, come on now. A rookie shouldn't be doing that. And shout out to D'Amico Ryans, man. D'Amico Ryans, for a rookie head coach, man, you might deserve coach of the year at this point because you came in and immediately the defense started playing better. Look at Derek Stingley. I know Derek Stingley had it in him. That was my guy last year. I love Derek Stingley coming out of LSU, and I knew he was going to hold up. He allowed -6 yards that game. Amari Cooper. I've been trying to tell people, but hey, Derek Stingley, man, Will Anderson's freaking great. He's honestly one of the top defensive rookie of the year candidates, and the defense has been playing pretty good. The offense has done offense things. I don't know who Bobby isn't Bobby Slovic? He's the OC. He's been phenomenal. Shout out to the Texans, man. I'm glad I'm happy for the fans, man. And C.J. Stroud single-handedly erased Deshaun Watson's legacy from the Browns and the Texans, and that's what the sport needed. We needed that.
Yeah, I'll say this though because I was looking. There was this This is another conversation, but like there was this not QB. It was rookie rankings for defensive players, and it had like Jalen Carter #1 or something. And I'm thinking like, is he really #1? Because I'm looking at Devin Witherspoon and I'm looking at Will Anderson, and I'm like, the second half of the year, Jalen Carter, I couldn't really find him that much. So I'm thinking, is he really rookie of the year as a defensive guy, or is it Will Anderson, or is it Devin Witherspoon?
Mm.
That's my question.
It ain't Jalen Carter. I'll tell you that much.
Because I couldn't find him. So I know people like, well, he's on the bench, and I think he may have 6 sacks or whatever. And it's like, as a DT, getting 6 sacks as a rookie on the bench, do you know how incredible that is? And I'm like, but I couldn't find him the second half of the year. So I mean, are those sacks like?
He wasn't helping in the run game the later half of the year.
I mean, did he really like? Because you know how like there was a whole conversation in the group chat about Kayvon Thibodeau versus Aiden Hutchinson, right? And somebody was
That was
like,
the
"Oh,"
silliest discourse I've ever seen, dog.
somebody was like, "Well, Kayvon has 11 sacks, and Aiden has like, he had like, I think he may have had like 6 or 7 at a time, and then the next game, guess how he had like 2, 3 sacks in the same game, but Aiden had like, I think he was like top 5 in
He had
pressures or
way more
whatever.
pressures.
So like, I'm thinking to myself, like, are these sacks like, are they legitimate? Like, because I'm looking at sacks and like, I feel like sacks are becoming. I feel like we take too much. We put too much into sacks. I feel like, and I feel like Jalen Carter with the sacks. I get it. He's on the bench. He's not. He's not getting as much snaps. But was those impact? Like, did that impact winning at all? So that's just my 2 cents on it. I don't want to go too long on it. But regarding the Texans and the Browns game, CJ Stroud, he was tremendous. Like, dude had almost a perfect passer rating, unbelievable. Some of that like Bobby Slowick, just the way he was able to scheme guys open. Nico Collins, oh my God, Nico Collins, like him and CJ Stroud, they're gonna be a connection for the next 10 years. Like, this dude is tremendous. Like, we didn't see this from Nico Collins his first 2 years in the league, and the fact that he went from is he good? Like, he has the physical traits, but can he put it all together to now he could potentially be a top 10 receiver.
Dog, did you see that throw on the left hash mark? He's running,
Yeah.
the ball's over here. He flipped his hip so quick.
And
I was like, man, that is crazy.
Dime. That's a QB right there. That is a QB. And man, right now, who are you taking over CJ Stroud as a QB?
Not many QBs, I'll tell you that much.
I like Dak. He's had a tremendous
I love
year.
Dak. Honestly, I'm taking Stroud over Dak.
I'm taking Stroud over him. I'm taking Stroud over him. And then you have, I mean, you could go Lamar, you could go Joe, maybe. Obviously, Mahomes, maybe Josh Allen, maybe, depending on his run. But dog, it's not a lot of QBs I'll take over CJ Stroud. Like, he's, you know how in the NBA we say, who do you want to build around for the next 10 years, like under 25? Yeah. CJ Stroud is number 1. I don't think there's other QB you could really go to.
CJ Stroud and Jordan Love. Jordan Love, he over 25.
No, I think he's either 24. No, he's probably 25. He's probably 24 or 25 because he's been in the league for like 3 years.
Y'all got him young though.
Yeah, we got him young. He's probably like 24 or 25, but he's still young. But yeah, those.
Yeah, he just turned 25 in November.
Yeah. So like,
fellow Scorpion.
Them two dudes, man, they've been hooping. But yeah, CJ, man, he's been tremendous, and doing this without Tank Dell, man, doing this without a perfect old line, like he's been against the odds.
Once they get that roster right, whew.
Yeah, once they get that roster right, it's gonna be dangerous. It's gonna be real dangerous. So, and I think they keep the Browns pick, if I'm not mistaken. I remember somebody said that they keep the Browns pick. I don't know if it's a first rounder, but like, just the fact that they traded Deshaun, right, and they traded all those picks. They traded up to get CJ, and they also traded. I think one of the picks was from the Deshaun trade, and they also traded up for to get Will Anderson as well. So they had to give up a pick. The fact that they did all of that, and they're still better than the Browns. They're still in a better predicament than the Browns, and the Browns gave up all that money to to extend Deshaun. Bro, it's, you can't say enough. Good karma.
And also, the Browns, they just fired their offensive coordinator, their running backs coach, and some other skill position coaches. And they said the locker room is not too happy about that.
which is interesting because you look at it and you say, well, they overachieved this year with all the pieces that they were missing and stuff like that, and you would think that, are we sure? Like, why would you? And this is where I'm like, well, I'm looking at like the Eagles situation, I'm looking at the Cowboys situation, and I'm saying to myself, if the Browns fired those dudes after overachieving, what is taking the Eagles? What is taking the Cowboys so long to not fire their coaches? Like, what is the holdup?
I have no clue.
So yeah, man, yeah. But shout out to the Texans, man. They deserve what they're doing, and they get to play. We have elite quarterback play in the divisional round. Lamar versus CJ. We have Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen. The storylines are going to be incredible, and I can't wait to talk about it on Saturday.
Look, cold world, still a cold world, and a couple of y'all is cool, but we a little more thorough. Whole time, a little more girls. You know I spit that 6 shit and it's still no cure. Hold up, loud pack.